Hello everyone, Corey from Aquariumcoop. Today I'm going to show you how to make and what likes to eat Repashy food. I feed it a couple of times a week at least, and it's been a very long time since I've shown that I feed it and what likes to eat it and that kind of stuff. And I've got a couple little extra tips to throw in here, and so yeah, let's check it out. So first things first, we need to use boiling water, which I've got this instant kettle that I did in my house. And we got to use the powder. It's 3 parts water to 1 part powder. And so I'm going to put in 3 cups of water. This is all boiling, of course. 1. And obviously be careful, we're using boiling products here. Alright, so that's 3 cups of boiling water. I'm going to do a whole cup of powder. Now you might not have 60 aquariums to feed at a go, so you might not need to make a cup of it. You could do a tablespoon. You know, you can do as much or as little as you want. And normally I would have a little scooper, but apparently I don't for this video, so I just gotta make a mess. There we go. It's not an exact science. That'll work. You just dump that in, put the lid back on, and you can store this in the fridge if you want. I typically do. I think it just keeps it a little bit more fresh. But now, you gotta mix, and lots of mixing. If you use a whisk, it's a little bit better. But I'm just using a fork in this demonstration. And I'm sure we'll time lapse this for you so you don't have to watch me mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. But it's going to set up in about 2 minutes. So if you mess it up somehow, you can always get it hot again. If you microwave it or something like that, it's basically the gelatin. It's like making Jello. So right now we're just mixing all of the dry powder with the water. Mix and 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 mix. Alright, so now it's starting to set up a little bit. You know, it's still real runny, and that's a good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some extra things you can do with the Repashy. Now at this point, you could mix in meds and that kind of stuff. I typically don't do that, but a lot of people do. But one thing you can do, fish love this so much, it can be hard to get it to different types of fish. And so let's say you got plecos and autosynclus and shrimp and those types of things. So I've got a pleco cave right here. I took it out of the aquarium where the plecos were. I can literally just kind of dab it in there. And I'm going to do 3 sides for these guys. Now, keep in mind it is hot, so you don't want to get, you know, your fingers in there. But now this is going to be coated in Repashy, and once it dries, we'll be able to feed it to the aquarium. And it's going to give that flat surface for all those plecos to come in and just graze on it. Yeah, you can put the cubes in there, but if you're worried about it, and similarly, I have a coconut hut here. I'm just going to basically dunk it in and roll it around. And you can do this with a lot of different surfaces. So there you go. I have a Repashy coconut hut at this point. Put it over here to set, if you will, on I was going to say styrofoam, on the tin foil. I've just got a piece of PVC plastic here just to show you can do anything. You can just go, oh yeah, I'm going to put this piece of plastic in there, and it's going to be the same thing. So now all we got to do is let that set for 5-10 minutes. Basically you want it to set up in gel. So I usually just walk away for 20-30 minutes and then I come back. So we'll do that. So now it's been 20-30 minutes, whatever it is, and you can use a fork, you can get a knife, you can cut it into little cubes, you can use a melon ball, you can do anything you want. But basically with even just a fork, you can kind of take chunks out, and then I always use my hands and split it up into whatever size you need to be feeding your fish. And you know, so now I'm going to show you what fish eating it actually looks like. So let me put this down, put this in some tanks, and we'll take a look. So you can see here our Repashy cave that we've made. I'm standing a little bit away there, but You can see these are dwarf Claro bristlenose, the smallest bristlenose. And you see that big surface area for all the fish to be eating, even all the guppies are on it. And yeah, let's work at that for the next few hours. And that's the great thing is Repashy stays water stable for days at a time. So I'm not going to say you can't overfeed it because you can overload your system if you just put insane amounts of food in there. But it won't go bad in the water, so that's good. You can't overwhelm your filtration, so don't go crazy. But over here we've got, I just put a chunk in there. These are some tiger barbs, and you know, they're going after it pretty aggressively. And then if we go down here, you can see I've got plecos and shrimp, and they're chowing down on it pretty good as well. But let's take a look at some other tanks over here. We've got the coconut hut. So there's the normal coconut hut right there. There's our Repashy coconut hut, and you can see fish are grazing on it. You know, and eventually the leopard frog plecos and stuff that are in here, which are right there, are going to make their way over and eat on that as well. Down low, I've got African cichlids. These are a Tanganykan species, Julidochromous. These are an albino version. And you can see here I've got Lucipinus catfish. Now, had I not been standing right here, they probably would have eaten, you know, a little easier. But let me go ahead and drop it in some more tanks and we'll take a couple more peeks. So over here we've got clown loaches just going absolutely nuts for it. These are some Waru cichlids as well. And no shortage of fish that want to eat it. This is a community blend accepted by pretty much everything. You know, I would say maybe bettas don't really like to eat it, but most things do. That's the good part. And you can feed it to goldfish, you can feed it to pretty much anything. Shrimp, fish. Over here, if I don't scare them too much, we've got orange laser corridoras. These are ones that I breed. This is one of the best ways to condition corridoras actually, is feed them a lot of food like this and just let everyone kind of chow down on it. And so, yeah. I can't recommend Repashy more. I've been using it for probably, I want to say like 7 or 8 years now. It's been quite a long time. I've loved it. I've always carried it. Any store I worked at, now I own a store. You know, you guys know I love it, so I'm going to do a 15% off discount, kind of, you know, right here somewhere, and the code will be, let's see, Repashy 15. I'll make the code be Repashy 15. That gets you 15% off your first order of Repashy. If you've already been ordering Repashy with me, that'll get you 15% off your next order, just for saying thank you and supporting Repashy and myself. But I really feel strongly about this food. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love flue ball bug bites. I love my own foods. But different things work for different people. Like, some people are going to watch this and go, oh no, I'm not cooking fish food. My wife won't even let me do it in the house anymore, so I have to do it out here in the fish room. But, you know, it is a great food, and I do it anyway, because my fish love it. So, hopefully you try it out, and let me know if you like it or don't like it. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.